Hey, welcome to another Valley Forged. Today we're talking about starting a business with a diode laser 2024. And I'm not just talking about, I've got a picture of doing a craft show in the background. I am talking about every kind of way that you can start a business with a diode laser, not just craft fairs. There are so many. And this is actually going to be a 10-part series on going over everything that I can come up with and you can come up with to start a diode laser business. And as Thoreau would say, there's many ways as there are radii from a circle. I mean, I haven't thought of nearly all of them, and I've thought of probably 20. So we'll get into all that. Subscribe, of course, if you do want to get into that content. I want you to add to the conversation, put your thoughts below, ask your questions. We're going to go into everything, not just which kind of laser maybe might work for you, how much space you have, where it's going to go, what kind of things you're going to be doing, the software, which is super important. So now is better time than any other to start a business with a laser, period, but much less a diode laser, which, when I made this, I went back and I looked at my videos from 2023, early 2023, and things have changed so much. I mean, not just the power of diode lasers, but also reliability. So power and reliability, they have just become much more professional. And now we're getting up to 70. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a 100-watt diode laser this year in 2024. So every year I'm going to do the series just so that we can update. My cautions, this is the first video, so I'm going to go over some of the blanket things in this video. Some of my cautions about starting a business. It's probably going to take you a while. I've started many businesses in my life, and including a diode laser business, and it usually takes about a year of solid work and one Christmas. So if you were going to start, say, in November, December, well, it's probably going to be till the end of that next year before you're going to be able to see some real results. In my opinion, Christmas is everything. Christmas is your selling season. A lot of people will sell half of everything they sell during Christmas. So it's not a necessary, but I would just say it's a very good idea to give yourself one Christmas season to be able to at least see how you're doing. But it's going to take, doing your work before that is what really matters, right? And we're going to get into all the details about that. So say it's January, February, great time to start. Not a lot going on. You can learn your software. You can learn how your laser works. You can get everything rolling. You can do some markets and test things out. So many things that you could do so that by the time Christmas rolls around, you've at least got some good idea of what you want to do, because there are so many things. Now, of course, not everything is related to sales, in a normal way, like retail. So where Christmas would be such a big deal, you've got real estate, you've got, flower shop, so many ways. Plus YouTube, we'll get into all that. But what I'm basically saying is just give yourself some time. Don't think that the classic get rich quick thing, well, this ain't it. Some things to think about, say, okay, well, I want to learn how to make this business with a laser. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but I know that I want to do this. Well, look for a laser that has repeatability that I would suggest. Meaning when you put that piece of wood or piece of acrylic or whatever you put down there, piece of leather, that every single time when you hit that button, what is going to come out. That is very huge. And for this reason alone, I would say 5 and 10 watt lasers are 98% not feasible for this type of thing. There are a few exceptions. It is very rare for you to be able to do it fast enough and make the right materials with a 10 watt laser, and to make it repeatable, that it's going to work every single time. So I would suggest at least a 20-watt laser. Many of you watch this channel, you know, I have the Rolly laser. I've had a lot of lasers, a lot. But I currently have the Rolly Lasermatic MK30, MK2, 30 watt, 10 watt. So I can switch between 10 watts and 30 watts. I have a link down below for it. I mean, I am happy to recommend that after having all the lasers. It's repeatable. It literally, every single time I put something down, I know it is going to come out. It's been nothing but a dream for me as far as my business. So that's a great laser. If you go to my best and worst video a few videos ago, it's not the only great laser. There are several wonderful lasers out there to buy and that I would recommend. I just happened to, I picked the Rolly Lasermatic. I mean, I could have any laser I want. But I'm not going to go into that in this video. I'm just saying, get something that you can trust, that is repeatable, that has the bed size that you at least think that you're going to need. You know, oftentimes, you know, something really big seems wonderful, but then, you know, where are you going to put it? You need an enclosure for that. Or do you really need that bigger size? There's a lot of things that come into it. It's very difficult to answer right away. So yes, you want to maybe have something expandable if you can. 400 millimeters by 400 millimeters is kind of the standard size for lasers. It works for most jobs. Again, there are things you will sometimes need to do larger. You need to know at least kind of basically what kind of material you want to work with. I get a lot of questions of people saying, hey, you know, which diode laser should I buy? I want to etch metal. And for most people, that's going to be the wrong direction for doing metal. You're going to probably look into a fiber laser. Or if you want to do acrylic, you know, and that's your primary thing that you want to do, a CO2 laser is probably going to be better for you. Now, can you do acrylic with a diode laser? Absolutely. And there's never been a better time. There's, you know, 100 acrylics you could work on. And if you want to go to Craft Closet or watch my video on acrylic, you can see there's just so many choices. But a lot of times, clear acrylic is what you're going to need to do for like a back of a sign or something like that, or maybe a, you know, some sort of transparent acrylic, and you just really can't do that with a diode laser, no matter how powerful it is. So that may be a reason for you to just jump ahead to a CO2 laser. Maybe look at the X-Tool P2. But when it comes to doing a business with a diode laser, that's what I'm going to concentrate on. I will be doing a video for this current year of CO2 versus diode lasers. I've done one every year. You can go back and look, and you can see the differences basically. But what my 2024 version will be about is what's happening this year. I mean, we didn't have 70-watt diode lasers last year, so now we're starting to, you want to make a apples to apples for what's going on right now. Now, does that mean you can't etch acrylic on the diode laser? Of course you can, and you could do a great job, even glass or you know, clear acrylic. There are ways to do these things. I'm just talking about if it's your primary thing. What I love about diode lasers is there's a lot of materials that you can work on. You know, I make leather wallets, and I sell a ton of them, and they are great. They're super fast. They work really well. An exception for a 10-watt laser works great for that. So leather is something you can definitely do. You can etch metal. You can do a lot of acrylics. You could do a lot of wood. I have a rubber stamp video a couple videos ago. A ton of things that you can do. Oh, paper, cardstock. You see I make Christmas cards, birthday cards, Mother's Day cards on the diode laser. So the last thing I want to say on this video is the why. Why are you doing it? I think it's very important to get to know why. Because if it's just to make money, you're probably going to make more at McDonald's, at least for the first year. You know, that's just the bottom line. And if you think you're going to make a bunch of stuff, take it to a festival and just sell everything and make lots of money, yes, you can. but likely is it's not going to happen that way. It's going to take some time. You make, get out to a festival or a farmer's market, and just somebody comes along here and says, hey, can you make 1,000 coasters for this college graduation or something? I'm speaking from experience here. And that may become your number one job for the next few months. And then every year they're going to order from you again. Again, personal experience. So you never know where this might take you, and staying flexible is probably a good idea. But the why, it needs to be because you want to be creative, you want to work for yourself, you want to maybe work at home. It isn't to get rich quick. Like I said, it's possible, but not very likely, but it is such a rewarding thing to do. I mean, you can wake up in the morning and go, what am I going to make today? And by the end of the day, you can have that thing. Sometimes it's going to turn out great and everybody's going to love it. Sometimes you're going to think it's the best thing that you've ever made and nobody even looks at it. But it's still a lot of fun, especially those times where everybody loves it. Again, speaking from experience. So it is a wonderful, creative, fantastic way of living. I thoroughly enjoy it. There's nothing that I'm one of those people, I do what I want to do. And if there was something else that I would rather do, I would be doing that. In fact, I'd like to move overseas actually at some point, but you know what? I'm taking this with me. Whatever country I go to, I want to teach people how to do this. It's just what I love to do. So I hope that you end up loving it as much as I do, and that my videos can actually help you do that. In fact, I like to hear back from people over time. Maybe they could say, hey, I watched your videos, I learned how to do this, and now look what I'm doing. I love seeing that on my Etsy files. I sell files on Etsy, another way that I make money, right? And YouTube, I'm going to bring all these things up. One of my favorite things is when people post pictures of the file when they made it. Some of them make the file better than I did, and I love that. And take what I do and make it better. And, the files that I sell on Etsy, please use those and start your business with them. That's what they're for. If you want to modify them, whatever. I mean, I'm here to help you start your business. So, and just enjoy lasers. So if you have any questions, leave them below. Link for the Rolly Lasermatic below and my Etsy. And let's do this. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Love y'all.